now watching the Arrow pilot as we speak.
I know, it's surreal.
It's a little distracting to hear your pilot be like, okay, I know exactly where they're at right now.
What's amazing is I kept, my wife said, she goes, are we going to watch the pilot again? And I'm like, I don't know, I guess I kind of hope not. And now I'm here and I keep hearing it. I'm like, I want to watch it. It's really good. We're really proud of it.
It is a really good pilot.
It really holds up to repeated viewings, which we're super proud of.
And that's a good thing to have, especially with this kind of fan base. We like to watch things over and over again.
Yes. Well, that's the thing. Mark, Greg, and I, we're all fans. We're all of us are comic book writers. We've all written genre stuff before, and we're hoping that what makes us excited in the writers' room and what makes us excited on the set is going to make the fans excited, because we're writing it for ourselves and our expectations.
Not expect to see.
Because you guys obviously have such a deep knowledge of this character and with the comics, etc., how much temptation is there to bring in more characters from that comic books? Is there a wait, let's wait a little bit and taste these out, or do you guys kind of like that you're bringing in familiar faces too?
We don't set out to sort of just bring DC Comics characters on. We always start from a place of, what's Oliver doing this week? What's his emotional journey? Where is he going? And, which DC Comics character, or if it even needs to be one, can fit in is great. And one of the things we're proud of is that a lot of the DC Comics characters we're using are a lot of the lesser known ones that people might not necessarily know, even comic book fans wouldn't necessarily know. So while they themselves are sort of Easter eggs for the diehard DC fans, they'll feel like brand new, fresh characters to everyone else. We don't feel like we're sort of overloading. But we're definitely cognizant of not sort of making this solely for fanboys. As we wouldn't want that to be solely for fanboys. We want to include everybody.
Right. That's fair. So what can you say about his family life? Because obviously Oliver's mom has some mysteries about her that we don't know.
She does. I think the thing is that, when Oliver was on the island plotting this master plan to come back to Starling and save the city, the thing he didn't count on was his family and his friends and Laurel, and a lot's happened to them in 5 years too, and a lot has changed, and having to put those relationships back together again and hide his secret and them having their own secrets, that's all the fun stuff to write. That's all the juicy stuff, and without all that, it's just an action show. And we want it to be more than that. We want it to be we think of it more like a crime drama and a family drama than we do a superhero show.
Yeah. So is Oliver going to be actively trying to hide his alt personality as he's trying to deal with this stuff? Is he going to be dealing with people trying to discover who he is?
Yeah, we're actually, I think the toughest thing for Oliver, even sort of more so than any other superhero, is that, before he left, he was kind of a jerk. And now he really has to keep his identity, he has to pretend to be something that he's not anymore. And, being that sort of callous, rogue and having to hurt people's feelings and not live up to people's expectations, it's really hard on him, in a way that I think is sort of unique to his character. And that's the drama in the show.